Student, the second chapter last day I have told about the western coastal plain. So you have seen western coastal plain are divided three part: Konkan, Kannad and Malabar. Now today I will discuss about the eastern coastal plain. I have already told that eastern coastal plain is situated in between Eastern Ghat and Bay of Bengal. It is sandwiched or it has a narrow strip in between eastern coast, Eastern Ghat and Bay of Bengal. This is the eastern coastal plain. The plain along the Bay of Bengal are wide and level. Wide and level. The width of this eastern coast is more than western coast. Western coast is narrow, eastern coast is wider. Now it is referred to the northern Sarkar and Coromandel coast. So eastern coastal plain are also have two parts. One is northern Sarkar, Coromandel coast. Northern Sarkar and Coromandel coast. So it is referred to the northern Sarkar, the northern part of western coast. So northern part of western, this is the western coastal plain. The northern part of western coastal plain is called northern part of eastern coastal plain is called northern Sarkar, and the southern part of eastern coastal plain is called Coromandel coast. So while the southern part is known as Coromandel coast, large rivers such as Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri have formed extensive delta on this coast. So many delta we can found in the eastern coastal plain, but in western coastal plain we can't found any delta. Why? Because lots of river, Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari, Mahanadi, all the peninsular river formed different delta in their river mouth along on the eastern coastal plain. That's why it is important. And the Lake Chilka is important feature along the eastern coast. You know, in Orissa near Puri, they also have a world largest, in your book also have, do you know, Chilka Lake is the largest saltwater lake in India. India's largest saltwater lake, which is situated in Orissa, in Puri, Bhubaneswar. This region, India's largest saltwater lake, Chilka also you will found. So these are the features, important features in the eastern coastal plain. So when you will compare between eastern coastal plain and western coastal plain, so many points you can write. Very important question also, you will prepare it for your exam. What are the difference between western coast and eastern coast, or western coastal plain and eastern coastal plain. Western coastal plain is very narrow, eastern coastal plain is wider. Western coastal plain is situated in between Western Ghat and Arabian Sea. Eastern coastal plain is situated in between Eastern Ghat and Bay of Bengal. Western coastal plain can be divided from north to south three types. Eastern coastal plain can be divided from north to south two parts. Western coastal plain are divided, the three sections are Konkan, Kannad and Malabar. Eastern coastal plain are divided northern Sarkar and Coromandel coast. So many delta can found in eastern coastal plain, but no delta we can found in the western coastal plain. Western coastal plain is narrow, eastern coastal plain is wide. So these are the difference between eastern coast and western coast in India. And today we will discuss the last division of Indian physiography. This is the group of island. The islands or the group of islands. Why the group of islands? Because in India, two island group you will found. One is on Arabian Sea, another one is on Bay of Bengal. So these are Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep. So it is also very important island group in India, Andaman and Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep. Now, you have already seen that India has a vast mainland. Beside this, the country also have two group of island. Already I have told this. Can you identify the island groups also in your, from your book, have a Indian physical map. You will also found these two group of island in your book. Locate the Lakshadweep groups and lying closer to the Malabar coast of Kerala. So obviously Malabar coast of Kerala, the southern part of western coastal plain, it is Malabar coast. Near the Malabar coast, it is the Lakshadweep. This group of island is composed of small coral island. What is coral? So coral polyps are also short-lived microscopic organisms. Short-lived microscopic organisms which live in colonies. They flourish in a shallow, mud-free, warm water. They secrete calcium carbonate. The coral secretion of their skeletons from the coral deposit in the form of reef. When the skeletons of the coral are deposited on a place, it becomes a reef. And they are mainly three kinds: barrier reef, fringing reefs and atolls. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia, the good example, are coral reefs. So this type of coral are also common or found in the Lakshadweep. And earlier they are also known as Lakkadiv, Minicoy and Amindiv. Lakshadweep have three names. After 1973, these were named as Lakshadweep. Before 1973, they have the three names in a different area of the Lakshadweep. These are Lakkadiv, Amindiv and Minicoy. This is also coral reef. What is coral also you will read. And then this Lakshadweep after 1973, these three island groups are altogether, it can say, Lakshadweep. It covers a small area, 32 square kilometer. It is also important information about the characteristics of Lakshadweep island group. It covers a small area. Kavaratti Island is the administrative headquarter. Important name. You will remind it. It will come as a MCQ also. Important that Kavaratti Island is the administrative headquarter of Lakshadweep or Lakshadweep. These island groups has a great diversity of flora and fauna. I think you know that what is flora and fauna. The organism, living organism, the plant kingdoms are called flora and animal kingdom we can say fauna. So this type of flora and fauna, varieties of flora and fauna, that means varieties of plants and animals we can found in that particular island group. The Fiji Island, which uninhabited, has a bird sanctuary. Different type of birds also you can found in Lakshadweep. Now you will see elongated chain of island located in the Bay of Bengal. Elongated chain of island from north to south. This is the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Then Bay of Bengal extends from north to south. They are Andaman and Nicobar Island. They are bigger in size and are more numerous and scattered. Obviously, from Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar is bigger and also they are bigger in size, are more numerous and scattered. The entire group of island is divided into two broad sections. From the northern part, it is called Andaman, and southern part, it is called Nicobar. And it is believed that this island are elevated portion are submarine mountain. These island groups are the great strategic importance of the country. They are a great diversity of flora and fauna which is consist, and the thick forests are also found and equatorial climate are found. So Andaman and Nicobar are also separated from the 10-degree channel. This is a place, and also Indira Point also are found, which is also submerged after the tsunami 2004. Now another one, India's only active volcano is also found in Barren Island in Andaman and Nicobar Island group. Barren Island, it is also found in that particular Andaman and Nicobar. One is also important active volcano are found in India. So about Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep, that means the two group of island, you will prepare a short note on the group of islands, and also what are the difference you will found in Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep. You can also prepare this. Now after that, the detailed account of the different physiographic India from Himalayan mountain range up to the southern part of our country, there have the great variation of physiography. Different type of landforms are found all over the country, but all these diversity are bound or composed a single landmass, one nation. This is our country, India. It would, however, be clear that each region complements the others, makes country richer and natural resources. Different parts also having the different type of importance. Mountain region have a great importance because this mountain region are the storehouse of water. They are also having the great varieties of flora and fauna. This mountain region help us for getting sufficient amount of rainfall. These are the importance of mountain. Obviously, some importance also having for the northern plain. These are due to the northern plain good for production of crops as well as set up building, improve well connected transport and communication system. That's why maximum number of people try to live in that particular northern plain region. After that, obviously having some importance in the Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is a rich deposit of minerals and black soil which is help for cotton cultivation are found in the Peninsular Plateau and Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is a part of Peninsular Plateau. You have read this, and obviously in the western part, northwestern part, Great Indian Desert, for the tourism industry it will become famous all over the countries. And also India's have a long coastline, western coast and eastern coast, and two groups of island. These all are important, and also there have our countries. The physical features have the great varieties or variation or diversity. That's why India's physiographic division is very important. So student, up to this you will read. Next day we will continue with the exercise question answer. Thank you.